Primary unit identify.
Diego. The primary unit, I believe, is the Northeast Unit 11819, South 005.
Gang shootings happen every day.
Shotgun shooting before he runs. That's a shotgun move.
Very few are caught on tape. As the gang members passed by our cameraman, one of them tried to shoot at them, but the gun jammed.
No, I just pulled in when I heard the shot and they all came out. Apparently nobody here. I saw them rumbling right in here when I drove through, so when I just heard a shot, I don't know, man.
We later learned that the gang members ran a red light and smashed into this van.
What we commonly see in vehicle pursuits is an escalation. many officers stop vehicles for traffic violations. We pull them over, we write them citations, and the people are on their way. And it's unknown to when a pursuit is going to start. It's not uncommon to pull somebody over for a traffic violation, and within seconds, that person is at a high rate of speed down the freeway, down the highway, and you're chasing them. Is that person in the vehicle just your common citizen who doesn't want to get a ticket? No, that's not true. What we find is the person in that vehicle has a reason to run.
Running from the police is not only foolish, but very dangerous. Every year, thousands of innocent people are injured and hundreds are killed in pursuits.
There's danger from the speed that we're traveling at. There's danger from the environment we're going through, highly populated areas, freeways that you cannot guess the movement of the people because of the siren coming. They may move to the left, they move to the right. It's difficult to anticipate what they're going to do. The unknown of the suspect we're chasing, are they going to slam on the brakes in front of us, cause us to slam into them? Are they going to intentionally ram another vehicle so that we may have to stop to provide assistance for those people who are hurt? There's many variables that we as police officers can't control, but we do have a certain amount of control over the pursuit.
The suspect abandons his vehicle and begins to run down the middle of the freeway. He makes a break for the fence and is met by police.
Many times at the end of pursuits, we see officers rush up to the vehicle and confront the suspect immediately. A lot of people would believe that to be inappropriate, that the tactics are incorrect. Yet when we look at it, we know that this person has been fleeing from us. They've been running. What's to stop them from exiting that vehicle and continue to flee? We want to stop that pursuit. We want to catch that bad guy. We want to put that person in custody. Also, that individual seated in that car, once that car stops, if they have weapons in the vehicle, they have the opportunity now to arm themselves, to assess the situation, and to confront us on their terms. Yet when we rush up, what we've done is we've overwhelmed them, we've grabbed them, and we've virtually neutralized the situation. obligation for us as law enforcement officers to chase bad guys. And knowing that that's part of our job, we go into the job knowing it's our obligation. And should we take the stance that when somebody flees from us, that we should ignore that, then we're in a position where we're not fulfilling our obligation to society.
The violence on our streets even reaches towards the media, as one of our cameramen covers a two-car collision. One of the victims of the accident, physically assaulted for no apparent reason.
You with the EMTs too? You with the EMTs? Excuse me, I'm asking you a question.
Cops quickly respond and wrestle the attacker to the ground.
Back up!
Fatal traffic accidents are something I both witness on and off duty. It's not uncommon for me to be driving home on the freeway late at night and see a traffic accident. As recently as a week ago, where I saw a body lying in the number 3 lane of the Hollywood freeway, covered up, but I knew they had perished. And traffic accidents, I know, are tragic.
On a hot summer's night, police and the fire department were called out to a routine traffic accident. A suspected drunk driver had apparently slammed into the back of another car. As the victims were being treated, some were being tested. The fire department extinguished the flames. After the smoke had cleared, a fireman made a grim discovery that turned a routine call into a night that no one will ever forget. The bodies of the 2 victims remained in the car as it burst into flames. Unfortunately, they were unable to escape.
Suicides is probably one of the more difficult areas for police to deal with, because we're trying to talk somebody out of problems that have built up over many years. And for us in a few moments to try and talk them out of killing themselves is extremely difficult.
Pursuits are anything but rare to officers. This pursuit went on for an hour and a half. The pursuit ended only because the suspect ran out of gas. Police are involved in hundreds of pursuits each year. Most pursuits start, as this one did, with a routine traffic stop. The driver ran out of gas in the middle of the freeway. Police began to approach the suspect. The suspect then pulled a large handgun, not on the police officers, but on himself. This event turned this routine traffic stop into a human drama. Police then had to bring a negotiator in. His story began to unfold. He tells the negotiator that his ex-wife is to remarry soon. The suspect nervously speaks with the negotiator while moving throughout the cab of his truck, all the while with a large chrome revolver buried under his chin. Traffic was stopped in both directions for over 2 hours.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck no, man. This is your property over here.
We were in a white utility truck and had a gun. I'm like, you have to go home.
Maybe that's the plan next time. They're going to bring out the SWAT team next. Let them take care of it, yes.
For hours, the negotiator tries to talk the young man out of killing himself. Then, as motorists, negotiator, and police look on, the unthinkable happens.
He just killed himself.
Yeah.
Probably the area that I'm most concerned with is the area where we have an individual out operating a vehicle at a high rate of speed, and we have the opportunity to confront that individual, and we find that they can barely walk, yet they're driving a vehicle. And those are the people that are out there that are killing our citizens on the highway.
Officers face fatal traffic accidents every day, most of them involving alcohol. This one apparently caused by a stalled car.
Basically, we got two separate accidents. Initially, the first accident occurred when a vehicle became disabled in the #1 lane with a flat tire. As they exited the vehicle and stood by the vehicle, a white Cadillac came by to slow traffic. As he was slowing traffic down, a blue Nissan Maxima station wagon came up alongside and struck the Cadillac. Neither of the two vehicles struck the disabled vehicle.
Other cars slowed down, trying to avoid the hazard. The red Camaro was going approximately 80 miles an hour when it struck one of the slowing vehicles.
The disabled vehicle was able to make its way to the right shoulder, and approximately 3 minutes later, while the #1 and #2 lanes were still blocked, the red Camaro, at approximately 80 miles an hour, came southbound and struck the right rear of the white Cadillac. This caused it to go out of control, go up on the Jersey wall, and strike the pillar of the overcrossing.
The impact caused the Camaro to become airborne. The final impact seemed to defy gravity. The Camaro is split in two. The front of the Camaro lands 25 feet away, then bursts into flames. The rear of the Camaro and its two passengers are physically wrapped around the bridge support. Firefighters extinguish the burning front of the car, while others are trying to figure out how they were going to remove the rear of the vehicle. The badly mangled bodies of the driver and passenger are a grim reminder of the danger we face when we mix drinking and driving.